BlameAntix, a pop culture podcast.
Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Couch Antics episode 2 for our show. And first of all, just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has listened to our first episode of the show. We really are very appreciative of all of the love and support that we've heard so far from everybody who has checked it out. Thank you so much. But yes, this is episode number 2. And together we are here. I am the koala. We've got SamDansCouch, and we've also got BlameAntix. How you guys going?
Good. Hello.
Doing awesome.
And so what have you guys been up to? We'll start with Antix. Antix, what have you been up to? Anything you've been playing or watching lately?
Well, I have opened the Pandora's box, and our friend Savoy Prime is going to be so proud. I've gone full deep into the Legend of the Hero series.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I unfortunately have. I have succumbed to it.
All right, which one are you playing?
Well, I just finished up Cold Steel 1, and now I'm on Cold Steel 2. I just started it yesterday.
Nice.
And my God, this is going to be a long series. I'm just saying.
You don't say. Hey, you got yourself into that mess.
It's my new Xenoblade. I'm going to be in there for a while.
Oh, yeah, you are. Have you been watching anything recently?
Well, I have actually just concluded My Hero Academia. The final season just came out.
Nice.
And they finally concluded it. So that is the conclusion of another plus decade-long anime come to an end.
Did it end well?
Well, it's going to depend on who you ask. Personally,
Okay.
I think it ended really well, but unfortunately, you have the curse of a very popular series that has been building up for a decade. And some people are going to love how it ended. Other people are going to hate it.
Yep.
I
So
don't want it to be over.
everything has to end eventually,
No.
unfortunately. Don't worry, Sam. You'll find another one.
It's all right. We still got to get back to it and finish it off. So.
Oh, yes. You lot have a long way to go. We were watching up to like season 6, I think.
Where did we stop? We stopped, was it season 5?
Season 5, I think we as a group stopped. We're watching together, and then it's been continuing on. It just ended at season 8.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. We got some catching up to do. Is that all you've been watching?
I've been catching up on the majority of shows on the backlog. So that finishing up the rest from this season, Spy Family has been going through its 3rd season. So I've been catching up with that. And this upcoming season, well, I'll tell you, we've got a good chunk of anime to watch for the winter season.
Okay. Love it. Yeah. I think the last thing of Spy Cross Family that I watched was Code White. So I guess season 3 is next.
Yep, season 3 is next for you.
Yep. All right, cool. That'll be the next one I'll be watching. What about you, Sam? What have you been playing or watching lately?
Well, we just recently got back from Belgium. Shout out to our wonderful friend Gamer 2up and his beautiful daughter and wife Hope. And recently Gamer got me into Astroneer, which
Astroneer.
Yes.
At first I was like, I don't know, but now I'm like hooked. I'm like, I get in my little car. I'm like, here I go. I'm going to collect this. And here I go. I'm going to collect that. It's really speaking to my hoarder's heart.
Your hoarder's
Yes.
You can hoard in this game?
I can hoard everything. I can hoard minerals. I can hoard packages. I just love like collecting crap and then coming back with it and like putting it back at the base and like seeing the pile grow of stuff that I collected.
Goodness. Wow.
So I'm
What was
really,
that game that
really
we
bad.
were playing together? You could do multiplayer. It was kind
No
of in
Man's Sky.
space. No Man's Sky.
No
Is it
Man's
similar
Sky,
to that?
It's cuter.
Okay.
And maybe a little less sophisticated, I would say.
All right.
And third person.
Less
And
survival?
third person.
A lot easier to screw with your friends in that game.
Yeah, considering that Antonio tried to bury me, yes.
You drove us off a cliff.
Big deal. I didn't purposely drive us off the cliff. I
You
had a
drove
game
us off
plan.
a cliff into a chasm that screwed with the gravity of the planet.
Okay, listen. One, you suffocated in the only place where there's air. And two, I threw us off the cliff by accident. Okay. He purposely took a drilling tool and dug under my feet and stuck me in a hole.
Oh,
We were
no.
in there for an hour, Sam. An hour.
So that's my current new game obsession. And then as far as like watching TV shows, I've been really obsessed still with this Korean TV show called It's Nice to Not Know You.
Okay. Netflix?
So this show is it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And this show is like you just fall in love with it. Like the characters are so funny. The storyline is so sweet. And it's really one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. This is definitely a koala show. It is a rom-com with a teeny tiny bit of drama. And it is just the cutest thing. Like the guy is an actor and he meets this reporter and they hate each other. But as the series goes on, they realize that fate has brought them together and that they really are starting to fall in love, even though they keep fighting it. And silly little things keep happening in between. And it's just beautiful how the relationship blossoms and how you realize that they were meant to be together. It is just the sweetest show ever. And I
I'm
love
loving
it.
that the lead is Lee Jung Jae. How awesome
Yes.
is that?
And it's such a departure from Squid Games for him.
Yeah.
It's the sweetest role he's really ever done.
Okay. All right.
It's wonderful.
All right.
Really my favorite show right now. What
really
about you, hubby?
I kind of need to get back to K dramas and my rom-coms in Korean.
You really
because
need
they're
to watch
so
this
good.
show. Oh yeah, you really got to watch this show. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome.
Onion.
Onion.
Annyeong. Annyeong.
We need that ringtone on our phones.
I'm telling you.
Onion.
So what's your favorite game we've been playing?
Well, since we were watching the same things, it's going to be that Korean show for me too.
Okay.
And as in games, I just recently picked up Arc Raiders. Which
Ooh,
one?
Arc Raiders.
What's-
I've heard a lot of good things about that game.
Yeah, I have too. I never got into it because I'm like, there are so many games on the market. And me and Sam were like all into Helldivers 2,
Yeah.
which is a little bit similar. And these games, you need to get into it and then you're stuck in it and you keep going back and you don't really have time for a second game.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but after it's so super popular and it won the best multiplayer game at the Game Awards.
It did.
And it was 20% on sale over Christmas. I was like, what the hell? I'm going to get it.
Sure.
How many lives in that game have you already ruined?
None actually.
What?
Because it instead of Helldivers, which is just players versus enemies, this one is more like Sea of Thieves, where you
Okay.
you live like underground, you go like up. Planet Earth has been destroyed pretty much, and there's like drones and robots ruling the world and patrolling it.
So it's kind of like a survival game?
Yeah, it's a survival game. So you get shoot up
TP.
Okay.
onto the surface. You got to collect stuff, which again feeds right into the hoarder mentality. I need everything, but my pockets is so full. Damn it! and you want it all, but you can't have it all.
Just murder everyone and steal all their stuff.
Yeah.
Could, if you're a mean player.
It's the only way to play the game.
No. So yeah, that adds like to the drama. It's not just against computers. You have real people, other people playing this on the same map as you, and they can just shoot you in the head and take your stuff, which is really ruining your day after you were collecting stuff for like 20 minutes and you got your pockets is full and you're happy you're going to make it home and you can upgrade something, and then poof, and you lose everything. By the way, you also lose all your guns, your kit that you have, your pockets it's ruining your day if you get shot. But funny enough,
some work.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
thankfully, when I was playing it, I only met one Antonio who shot me in the head.
Not this Antonio.
Look, I would have just shot you in the foot so you'd hobble home and just be in fear. I wouldn't have straight up killed you because you're my friend.
Thanks.
No, he'd only kill me. You're safe.
That's true. You can actually extract when you're downed. If you're lucky enough, you have to like get to an elevator. You can like just hit the button. And if you're lucky and don't bleed out before the elevator comes, you can actually still make it out. But other than that, yeah, sayonara. But it also has, of course, emotes.
Yep.
And there is an emote that says, "Don't shoot." So all the rounds I've been playing, and I see like a real person playing it with me, everybody just runs up. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. I just want to play the game.
Hands up.
And yeah, they also did the hands up.
Please, no.
And one encounter was funny because I was coming right around the corner. The dude panics and he's like, "Don't shoot." I'm like, okay, whatever.
He walks
then he's
away,
like-
you shoot him in the head.
Yeah, no. No.
Do it.
And then he opens his backpack, puts down a gun, flashes his flashlight on it, and he gave me like a gift as a thank you that I didn't shoot him.
Oh. So there's
Hey,
no.
so-
Sweet.
I was going to say, there's
Yeah.
no prox chat in this game?
Oh, there is proximity chat as well, yes.
Okay.
But nobody
you-
really likes to talk.
No, well, that's true. I was going to say, what's another form
Yeah.
of communication?
Nope.
Sign
I know,
language.
So no,
Well,
that
that's
has been a
cool.
lot of fun and it's very addicting.
Hmm.
And yeah, I can recommend it. And it's of course it's fun more when you play in a group as well. If you have,
Of course.
if you are a
Right.
team yourself and you get to like watch out and keep each other safe.
Unless
Yeah.
you play with me and then I leave your ass in the dust and I find you later.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we were playing with Gamer and Sam played for the first time too, and Gamer died right in front of us, and
Oh.
he was like,
Oh.
"Revive me!" And we had like a defibrillator tool, and we were like sticking it into him, and it's like, "Nope, it doesn't work. It
not
doesn't
working."
work." And then it
Not
was
how
just
you
like,
use that.
yeah. And I gave it to Sam. It didn't work either. And Gamer was just sitting there watching his buddy like violate it. And in the end, I just took his stuff. He's like,
We
"You're
don't
taking
know
my
how to
stuff."
use this tool. How do we revive our teammates?
The downed player is trying to explain to the doctors how to save his life.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Daniel didn't make it out. I was the only one who lived. So,
Did you survive?
yes.
But we lost our stuff.
No, you lost your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were
you
hard working for some cables we're looking for.
I crawled my way into the exit elevator and escaped.
Oh, yeah, you were crawling. Yes, yes.
I would just be watching this from a distance. I would not be in that scrap at all.
Yeah, no, not for me. But in terms of stuff that I've been watching, I actually recently reinstated my Apple TV Plus. I got a nice little 30-day free trial again. So I've got a
Yay.
month for
Alright.
free.
Free stuff.
Free stuff. And big shout out to Black Wivo who helped me out with that one for the Australian side because it was an Australian code. And I've been wanting to get back into watching some stuff on Apple TV Plus because there's actually quite a lot on there that I'm really sort of interested in, and there's some stuff that's coming out soon, and there's a new season of Shrinking that's coming at the end of the month, and I can't wait. It's so good. But what I actually did watch, and which is also my first movie for 2026, is Finch, the Tom Hanks movie Finch.
Oh,
And yes, and it's actually a bit of a dramedy, if if you wanted to call it that. Why did I spell it like that? Anyway, yeah. So Finch is a post-apocalyptic story where Tom Hanks is literally one of the very few people who have survived this world. And this world is actually it has high radiation. So the moment you step out into the sun, because the ozone layer has literally, it's as he describes it, the ozone layer is Swiss cheese. There's a lot of holes in the ozone layer. So the moment you step out into the sun, you're sizzled and roasted and dead. So they have to wear special suits to be able to survive the elements. He also, so this is a post-apocalyptic Earth, I should say. He also has a little companion in the form of a cute little doggo. And the doggo's name is Goodyear, and there's a reason for it. There's a reason, but I'm not going to spoil the reason because it's actually really sweet. And you definitely would want to find out for yourself. It's actually very emotional, to be honest. So yeah, we got that. And then, so Finch, Tom Hanks actually plays a character of Finch, and he builds this robot, this droid, that has, I'm going to say, is a bit of an AI robot because it starts to understand, make conversation, because Finch has uploaded as many pages of, encyclopedic, from encyclopedia books, from like magazines, from everything and the internet and whatever, because there's no real internet left. So they've had to photocopy things into his computer so that then that data can be uploaded into the robot. And so this robot has all this data, this information, and is learning as once it's brought to life, is learning and about the Earth through Finch. The the robot is voiced by Caleb Laundrie Jones. It's really cute because when you first meet this robot, it's almost like kind of like a baby's been born. It's learning to talk and walk. And it's learning to try and understand Finch. And then as the robot gets better at, doing all the basic tasks, he starts to grow, he starts to get curious. He'll ask questions. And he'll make some mistakes, which Finch will then sort of be like, hey, that's not right. You need to do this. To a point where the robot ends up acting more and sort of behaving more like a teenager.
The rebellion begins.
And it's actually quite funny. Because he thinks he can do stuff. He's learnt enough from Finch that he can go off and do things on his own to help Finch survive. But he's also doing it because one of his protocols is to look after the dog Goodyear and to do whatever it takes to look after the dog. Because Finch is sick. He's got radiation poisoning and he's dying. So that's where this story sort of goes. And so you see these three kind of trying to get along. The dog doesn't like the robot, and the robot's like, the dog doesn't like me no matter what I do. And it's just really funny, the conversations that you sort of see happening on screen. It's a lot of fun to watch, but at the same time, it is also very heartbreaking because there's a lot of emotional plot points in this story. And yeah, I cried by the end of it. So
Aw.
because it's very moving. It's beautiful. It actually did release back in 2021, but they did it so well. I would highly recommend checking it out. If you do have Apple TV Plus, please go check out Finch. It's a very good movie. I don't know why I didn't watch it sooner.
And just so our audience knows, Koala's recommendations does not come with a free box of tissues. So
no,
watch
I'm
it
sorry.
your own
You're going to have to get those yourself.
You've ruined it now.
Oh, shush. You're going to have a fun time. But an anime I've been watching recently, and I don't know if you've seen this one, Antonio, but maybe you have, is a sports anime. Go figure. I've been loving the sports animes recently for some reason.
Okay.
And it is 2.43 Seiin High School Boys Volleyball Team. So this is
This
another.
one I've not.
You've not seen this one. Okay, this is another volleyball related anime. Kind of similar to Haikyuu, but maybe not as intense. And there's only 12 episodes, so it's only a one season. I haven't finished it yet. I'm on episode 9. But I've been really enjoying a different take on the volleyball team aspect of the story in this particular show. And it's kind of surrounding these two particular protagonists in the team, where there's been a bit of controversy of surrounding one student. So that student moved to a different school, but that student is also the only reason why they love playing volleyball is because they can enter tournaments, and he wants to win these tournaments. And he's always, and he says it dead straight to some of the students that he plays with. If you're not in it to win it, then why are you playing? Right? So he's very kind of like not for fun kind of a player on this team. But then you sort of get to see the camaraderie between the rest of the boys on the team, and the way it all kind of plays out. This is a school that is sort of regional, and they haven't really made it to the main sort of national tournament, the main national volleyball tournaments, and they want to be there in Tokyo representing their prefecture. So, but their competitors is one other school in their same prefecture, and they're really, really good, and they've been to those spring tournaments. So they're sort of working towards actually getting to that point. It's actually really cool. I like where this story is going. It's nice that it's also a bit more of a shorter story compared to what Haikyuu is. I need to get back to Haikyuu. I haven't finished that. I think I'm on season 4. I haven't started season 4, but I've managed to get to season 4 of Haikyuu, so I do want to go back to that at some point. But yeah, 2.43 is a good show. I'm really enjoying it. And then one last thing I'll mention is a couple of games I've been playing. Most recently, I have been playing Monument Valley, but Monument Valley 1 and 2 as a replay on my PlayStation for trophy purposes. But that's not the only reason why I'm replaying it. It's actually a really stunning looking game, just visually very appealing. I love the puzzles in that game, and it's just really screenshot worthy is what I will tell you. To the point where, and I'm going to show this to my team members here, I've got, the screenshots as my wallpaper on my phone. I've added them as wallpapers on, like in my rotating folder of wallpapers on my PC. It's just a very pretty game. But because it's a puzzle game, it's going to be a bit challenging for some people because you really have to think outside the box when you're going through each level. It's not too difficult, but once you figure it out, it's actually really cool the way that the level design is actually, made. It just looks, and just like I said, very visually appealing. Absolutely love Monument Valley 1 and 2 and 3. I have also finished 3. I've platinumed number 1 and 3, so now in the process of trying to platinum number 2. So we'll see how that goes. Shouldn't take me too long. I'm pretty close to the end of it. So, yeah. And that's what I've been playing.
You neglected to mention that Free was your first platinum for 2026.
This is true. You know what happened? I ended up, the only reason why it ended up being my first platinum is because I was trying to finish the platinum before midnight of New Year's Eve. I wanted that to be the platinum added on for 2025. But then on the last level, I got stuck in one of the puzzles and I'm like, crap, this isn't working. Why is it not working? Because my brain wasn't computing the puzzle properly. And then I didn't realize there was a whole other puzzle that I still had to do after the fact. And I'm like, damn it, I'm not going to get this done before midnight. And then all of a sudden I hear fireworks going off. I'm like, that's it. My time has come to an end. This will be a 2026 game.
But she ended up missing New Year's.
What? It's a new year?
Huh? Already? What? So, that was, Monument Valley 3 was my first platinum for 2026, but only because it got carried over from 2025.
Now, see, you could have milked that. You could have been like, I did a speed run. I magically did it in the first hour of the year. But no, you had to be honest.
Whole new record
Of course I
on
had to
how
be
long
honest.
to beat.
No joke. Monument Valley 3 playthrough, and I've only played through it once on my PlayStation. That was the first time I played through it. Over 6 hours, which is for a game that's supposed to be I think the main story, like the main 10 chapters of that game is less than 2 hours to get through. So you can get through. So it is a short game. You can get through it in less than 2 hours or roughly around 2 hours. But if you want to do the DLC content, like the extra stuff, then it's going to take you a little bit longer. And then there was this one puzzle that in the DLC side of things where everything was rotating. And there was like rotating within rotating. And I'm like, this is going to screw with my head so much. And that was the one that took the longest to get through.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Probably not an Antix game. I don't know if it's a Sam game. Maybe a Daniel game. I don't know.
I actually played, I think, 1 and 2 on the iPhone.
You did? Yes.
On the arcade. Yes.
Nice.
And I did like it, yeah. I like how the perspective changes and messes with your head.
Yes, exactly.
It looks beautiful, but those transitions were. I got motion sickness looking at those transitions. Monument Valley, the trilogy, is absolutely wonderful. I would highly recommend it, especially considering I'm replaying it again for the sake of trophies because I loved it that much. So, that's what I've been playing. Alrighty, well, let's now jump into our main topic. Sam, what is our main topic of the episode?
So recently, we've seen a resurgence in retro gaming, which has been very exciting. So we thought we would discuss today our favorite retro games from our childhood, what we miss playing, what we love playing, what we've been visiting playing again. And so I'm going to start and throw this off to Daniel, because Daniel just recently bought the Analogue 3D and has been very excited with the whole retro gaming movement. So you start.
Okay. Well, it's funny to look at how retro gaming has evolved because, a couple of years ago or 10 years ago when the whole movement started, it was all about, I want to play my old games again. I need to get an old console. Then retro stores popped up where you could buy those refurbished old consoles and people got really happy about it. And then everybody was like, but I miss my wireless controllers, for example. So they started to make, for example, a Bluetooth adapter for like a GameCube or for a Nintendo 64. And you could pair it with a new controller. You could even use an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller on your old hardware.
Yeah, I've done that. I've with my PS1 Slim, which is behind me on my shelf. I bought one of those 8-bit DOE adapters that plugs into that. and I can use my PS5 controller, which honestly is a bit weird when you're playing a PS1 game with a PS5 DualSense controller.
We need the technology.
It's still cool that you can do it. So, and not to mention the fact that my PS1 controllers are dead. I can't use them at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it is funny how you can mix the worlds. Like I got the Bluetooth adapter for the N64, and I once paired it with my PlayStation 4 controller. And that is really weird to play Mario 64.
Cross-platforming is also weird. That I probably wouldn't do.
that just gives me a headache to imagine playing.
Yeah, it's cool that it works, but it feels wrong. So, and now a couple of years in the making, and now finally being released, are consoles now, brand new consoles, not from the manufacturers that originally made them, but where you can actually use your old games on new hardware, which
That's
is really
cool.
exciting. And this company called Analogue has been doing it a few years now. They did like a NES. They also, I think, did the Sega Genesis. They did a new Super Nintendo. But it was more like an insider thing. They didn't like break out into the big market and, you know, where you could go to GameStop and buy one. You had to order it online. But now, since like 2 years now, they have been announcing they're going to do an N64 revival. And they made this console called the Analogue 3D. And what it does, it really like it's not an emulator, but the hardware is like emulating the hardware of the original N64. So you can plop in your original N64 game. You can even connect your old controller from way back when and all the accessories. And so it plays back all your games if you wanted to. But what makes it really special is two things. One, it has like filters so that you get like CRT filters on your screen, which in the beginning of my journey into retro gaming was like, I was really like doubting it because I love new TV technology. And I was like, who would want like extra black lines on their TV? Why does that make sense? But I learned and realized it myself that the art from like the 90s and 2000 games really used this old CRT technology to hide things and the pixel art. And it really does look better. And a lot of retro gamers swear by buying old junky TVs and play on them because, you know, that's the style. I don't agree with that. I lived through that period myself. Those TVs are heavy and huge. And
Oh boy,
suck.
are they? Yep.
Glad I missed that.
Right? So this console comes with those filters integrated, but they're like really advanced. It's not just black lines. They really like emulate the tube and the warmth and like the bending and the color fringing and all the little fine details. And that really does add a lot. And not only to like 2D games, it also really works for the first generation of 3D games. So that was really exciting to have it all inside a console. You don't need an external device to feed that into, to make filters on top of it and then feed it into your TV. And the third really exciting feature of this console is that it can actually run faster as well. So I don't know if, you know, not everybody really knows that who hasn't lived through that time, but N64 times, the programmers didn't care if a game was running like with 10 frames per second and everything was slowing down all of a sudden if there's more than 2 enemies on the screen. And we were just happy to be there and play the game in 3D. But the console comes with the settings that you can overclock the internal hardware, kind of like turning it into an N64 Pro, if there was ever one. And so some games that like struggle to run smooth can like run really smooth now without breaking on top of it. So games like GoldenEye, for example, run really well now. And all the rare games as well, like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
I knew you were going to say Conquer.
Yes.
Okay, Conker is the king. One of my favorite N64 games. Let me come back to one of my favorite games. It's one of them. Yes.
Yes, I know. Dancing on flower boobs just seems to.
Flower boo.
Of course you bring that up.
Almighty boo.
So let's go back to what are your favorite games now that you've been able to play them on this? What do you think is the best you've been able to play on this?
The best. Well, I've actually also been discovering a lot of new games because going back and having like a big selection makes you like rediscover things and try out games you've never tried before. And I actually found a game called Gauntlet Legends, which is like a little hack and slash game. That's actually been fun. I mean, it's not for everybody. It's not going to be like people from, who just like got introduced into gaming with the PlayStation 5 are going to go back and be like, oh, I want to play those old games. But if you grew up with it and want to like still use modern technology, want to use your beautiful big television and still enjoy your games you remember looking like they do with that machine, but they don't if you use the original hardware, it has been a lot of fun. And yeah, my most favorite games, I mean, Mario 64, it will always be number one for N64. It's just that good, Antonio.
Banjo's better.
I have been playing Banjo and Kazooie. Yes, I restarted a playthrough.
Yes, a game where they cook for friends is always pleasurable.
And of course, Mario Kart. Mario Kart is always fun. And I mentioned GoldenEye. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go with, since Antonio jumped in with Banjo and Kazooie, what are your favorite retro games lately?
Well, my retro is a little bit later than your lots. For me, retro is GameCube, and starting from there, going forward. So,
Pause for controversial. GameCube is not retro. Possibly retro. Maybe retro. Okay, go ahead.
It is retro.
anyway, so I have been, well, with the new Animal Crossing update coming up in a couple of weeks now, I've been getting my island and everything ready for that. But when I was doing that, I decided, you know what? Let me go back to the basics and kind of get a fresh perspective on everything. And I opened up my old town. I still have this town that I started when the game came out.
Oh.
And this and Pikmin were my very first games, period, that I played with. So this town is, 2002 when that game came out? So this town is over 2 decades old at this point. And it is stunning how identical but drastically different this game and New Horizons is when you put them side by side.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you still have this basic routine of gathering stuff, collecting furniture from villagers, doing little random tasks on them. These villagers are some of the meanest POSs that you can encounter, and I love it so much. And I drastically miss that from New Horizons because they will insult you. They will call you the mental runt of the litter. They will insult your wardrobe, saying you need to get in better fashion. And it is just incredible what they got away with back then that would not fly at all in today's world. So
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
It's just amazing. I understand why they took it out, but I miss evil, rude villagers that insulted you because not everyone's going to be nice.
I don't think that's gonna fly in today's age.
No, not one bit.
They call you like lazy and fat. Of course, it's not
I
going to
know,
fly.
I miss that.
It's actually funny because that's one of my games that I tried out on the N64 as well when it was called Animal Forest.
Animal Forest, yeah.
Yes. And there is an English translation now because I believe they only released it in Japan way back when. And then for the rest of the world, they decided to wait for the GameCube. And yeah, it has been funny. I just played for like half an hour and they're so mean. And like, yes.
I love it.
It's
Where somebody
hilarious.
comes up and straight up insults you if you decide to reset the game. And if you do it intentionally, he'll pretend to delete your save file. So as
Oh my God.
a 5 or 6-year-old or whatever. Yeah, he actually straight up, he says, you know what? I'm done. You want to reset so much? Fine. I'm going to reset everything you've worked for. All of it gone.
Wow.
He plays a fake save deletion, just like if you're actually resetting the game, it
Oh my
goes
God.
out of the way to fake a reset of your deletion being saved. And then resetting pops up and says, "Ha! I hope you learned your lesson now."
That's diabolical. Wow.
It is so evil. And here he is in New Horizons. I love you, Resetti, but you are so boring in New Horizons. I understand autosaves are a thing now, so they had to do something else with your character. So now you're doing hey, I'm going to reset your position if you get stuck. It's nothing compared to how it used to be.
Interesting. Wow. In terms of some of I'm stuck on the Analogue 3D that Daniel talked about. Now I'm on the website now and I'm like, I don't own any 64 cartridges. I can't play this. What? And I don't have the expansion pass, so I can't play the 64 games on the Switch either. So,
There's ways to still play
There's
games.
ways. Just not
sure.
legally.
There's a little thing called the summer card.
Sailing the high seas. Yes, I understand.
Not quite. Not quite. You sail over to a store who has done their own sailing over the high seas.
Oh. The middleman.
Yeah. That lovely back alley deal.
Okay. Well, for me, in terms of retro gaming, the stuff that I really grew up with, and something that we can now play on our Nintendo Switch is I grew up on the NES. The NES console was was essentially my first Nintendo console when I was a kid. And for me, my dad was the one who bought the gaming consoles, and he was the one who would play them. But during that time, he didn't want to keep them in the living room, so he put them in my room. And my room also had a TV as well. So I was able to play the NES in my room. So I was pretty much stuck with whatever cartridges my dad bought. And all we really had, I don't think I remember much else other than the Super Mario Bros. With the Duck Hunt combo cartridge. That is the one cartridge that I pretty much played the crap out of because it was the only two games I could really play.
Oh, no.
The only games you need.
I didn't have any other NES games. If I did, I don't remember them because I didn't play them as much as these ones. And we had we also had the light gun for Duck Hunt, which was always a fun time. But then, young child Fulia ended up getting so mad sometimes and frustrated at the dog laughing at me for not being able to shoot down the ducks that I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to do it right up close to the TV. And so I just I'd get right on the screen. I'm like, all right, bang, got it. Bang, got it.
The start of Koala's cheating career.
No, it was just it wasn't necessarily me wanting to cheat. It was more of a I'll get you for laughing at me.
You didn't shoot the little dog as revenge?
You know what? I did quite a few times.
Oh.
But obviously it doesn't do anything, so
Darn
I'm
it.
like, whatever.
No old yeller for you.
No. But yeah, Duck Hunt was pretty much that, and Super Mario Bros. I got very good at playing Super Mario Bros., but I would never be able to get beyond certain worlds in that game. There'd be times where I would find the secret path to the 3 different pipes that you can go to different worlds. Then I'd go off to those worlds, and they'd be like the treetop levels. And I'd be playing through those, and they'd be very difficult for me because back then as a kid, when you're playing platformer games, you're not really that intuitive when it comes to the platforming and stuff. And yeah, that Super Mario Bros. Was just the one game that and that's why I love platformers to this day. That's because that's what I grew up on. Other kind of like retro games that I've played in the past, but not because I owned them, but because of influences from cousins, because they were the ones who had the consoles. They were the ones getting the new, gadgets and gizmos. So whenever we'd visit them, when we're doing like family visits, I would play Mortal Kombat with my cousins.
Yes.
When I was like 9 or 10 years old. So very violent game.
Not age appropriate.
Whatever. They have it. Why can't I play it? They would give me the second controller and all I do is button mash because I didn't know how to play Mortal Kombat back then. It was like, I got to press all the buttons. Oh, he's beating me. Okay, I got to make sure I press more buttons. Got to do it faster. And that's how I played Mortal Kombat back then.
I don't know
I
what
don't
you're
do that
talking
now.
about. That's how you play Mortal Kombat. That's how it works.
And so Sam still plays Mortal
That's
Kombat.
how I still play Mortal Kombat.
I don't do that now. I'm more strategic now. I know what the buttons do. Back then I didn't. But yeah, there's that. Crash Bandicoot was one that I would also play. Another platformer again. That one was really difficult and was so frustrating. The amount of times I would die from falling into a pit or running into a spiky thing or just, getting hit by an enemy, being rolled by, being sort of flattened out by those giant, boulders and the whatever pillars, the round pillars that sort of roll from side to side. It's so fun, and it's so hilarious, but it's also the most frustrating platformer ever. To which I tried replaying again when they brought out the I think it was like a remastered trilogy on PlayStation. Yeah, for the PlayStation 4, yeah. And I tried playing that again in a couple of years ago, and it's still just as frustrating.
But now it has pretty graphics.
Yeah, and you can play it on your new gen console. So yeah, like those are the games that I sort of grew up on, and for me are my retro games. I'm pretty sure I played a lot of other games. I've played a lot of other fighting games back in the day. My sister and I would play Gran Turismo together on the PS2 because that was her console of choice. And, sometimes I think I tried playing GTA back then, but when it was the pixel graphics and it was top down time, that's when I played GTA, and the only time that I played GTA. There was a couple of PC games that I'm now recalling that I played as well, and I wish I could play them, but I can't, even though I own it on Steam. And it's Worms. Remember Worms?
Yes.
20,000 different variants of the same game.
The original, the first one.
Oh, God.
That one where you had one PC. It was a multiplayer game, but you took turns sharing the keyboard. One person would go in. It was a turn-based game.
That just sounds like a game that's gonna cause punching.
But it just made everybody laugh so hard playing Worms. It was one of my favorites to play with my cousins because every time we take turns, we'd be like, all right, we need there'd be one worm that would, use this sort of like uppercut punch. There'd be another worm that uses a gun. And there'd be another one that uses bazookas. And it'd just escalate and escalate. It was so much fun back then. And another game which is going to be very surprising for a lot of people. I wouldn't play it now because I'm not an RTS fan, to be honest. Is Age of Empires.
Really?
Yes, I played Age of Empires back in the day, the first one, on my cousin's PC. And that one specifically, I really enjoyed. I don't know what it was, but the base building aspect was very simple. But then you also had to make sure that you were, sending out your armies to go and conquer the other armies and their bases and all that. But then you'd have to make sure that when they're coming to you, that you can make sure that they don't flatten your base. And it was one hell of a strategy game. But I really enjoyed that one for whatever reason. And I think half the time it was mostly I would be helping my cousin who would be playing the game. But sometimes he would let me take the reins. So, yeah, Age of Empires.
Not a koala game I would expect.
Exactly.
No.
That's what I was thinking.
No. Yeah. That's it. They're my retro games.
So I guess I'll go then last.
Mhm.
I'm going to go to 3 different consoles for mine. First, I'm going to start with GameCube.
Mhm.
Because for me, my favorite game on the GameCube was actually the Dance Dance Mario game.
Yes.
And I loved that game. I got it for my birthday. My dad took me to Target, and I see this giant box, and Mario is like breakdancing on the box. And I'm like, I need that. So I got it. And oh my God, I had so much fun with that game. That game just like melted my heart. It was just so much fun, even though I fell down and like broke my neck half the time. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Well, it's like a pad and it's super easy to like trip on the pad.
Well, yeah, true.
I actually still have it. I took it with me from America to Germany because I love that game so much.
It is
We need a
really-
Sam Dan stream where you play this game so we can just hear Sam falling.
No.
Well, no,
What's
then we have to
that?
do it with the camera because then you have to see me and Daniel falling.
Yeah.
It's just your
No.
legs, nothing else.
Nothing else.
I remember you getting it. I was actually there.
Yeah, you were there for my birthday.
And I returned home and I actually bought it myself too. And I don't have a single dancing bone in my body. I can't dance. I don't want to dance. But that game is just so much fun. And it's just cool. No, we have 2 mats. I wonder if it even has multiplayer.
I'm
I
pretty
know,
sure
we
you
really
can
should
just
try
plug
that one
the
day.
controller in and just use that instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could.
It's
Of
so
course, it
much
takes
fun.
away the whole point of the game, but
Yeah. It's just really fun.
It is. It is awesome. And I actually love to dance. So this was like,
Hmm.
so I love that game. So that's going to be one of my games. And now we're going to move on to, wait, nobody else even mentioned this, Sega. Okay. Because my all-time favorite was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I love that game so much. Just like revving little Sonic up and watching him go wee through the little loops just made my day. And I would just laugh and giggle and smile, just making him go for loops. I didn't care if I won. I didn't care if I got to the end. I just wanted to see him go wee through the loops. And then when he would die, his death scene was like boing, and then oh, with a little
Yeah.
like oh mouth, and him just kind of like falling slowly down your television screen.
All the rings just like flying
All the
out.
rings gone, bling, 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 bling. And then little tails kind of flying up behind you with his cute little propeller tail. Like I love that. And Dr. Eggman, personally, to me, is the best video game villain. He did not get enough credit. He is completely underrated. Okay. Anybody who can pull off that mustache deserves more credit.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, exactly.
he just needs
I-
to build better machines because, my God.
I mean, it's not like any villain is really all that smart. Bowser just walks around. He could cook Mario, but for some reason, he can't even aim his fire breath. So they're all not very bright.
He's like a 5,000 IQ doctor that can build all these machines but can't make it immune to hedgehog. Just put spikes on it and you win.
Exactly. Bowser never cooks Mario, and Dr. Eggman never just spikes a hedgehog. It's stupidity at its finest. But they're awesome. And all the Sonic games had so many great counterparts. Like they had Amy and Knuckles and Tails. It was just such a great line of games. I loved them until you got to like Dreamcast. And I'm sorry, Sonic, but you kind of died. But that's just how it is. So that's my number 2 game. And my last game, my final game, I'm going to go back to the N64. I haven't gotten to do it yet, but I'm very excited to play it on the Analogue 3D, is Yoshi's Story. Because that little island and that whole game for me is so nostalgic. I was so young and I wanted that game so bad. So like a few months before it came out, I went to my little brother who had been saving money. And I said to him, brother, can we buy this game with your savings? And he was like, I don't know, sis. I want to buy a Lego. Translation, he wanted to buy a Lego. But back then he didn't say Lego. He said Wego.
Okay.
So he wanted to buy his little Wego. And I'm like, yeah, but we really need this game, brother. We have to get this game. And he was like, I don't know. So, of course, me being the older one, very manipulative, we're going to buy this game. You want to make your sister happy, don't you? Okay. Come up to game release day. He's like, I don't want to. I want my Wego. I said, but you promised, and you can't break a promise. If you break a promise, you're a bad boy, and Santa won't give you presents.
Wow. Sam.
So this is the start of manipulative Sam. I see where it all started, the origin.
So he was like, fine, I'll give you the money. And like, he didn't want to. He was crying. He was hysterical. And I'm like, I don't care. Cry, kid. Give me your cash. And so,
Dang.
What a bully. Wow.
so then like, we went to like KB Toys. Yes, there was a toy store back in the day called KB Toys.
Never heard of it.
No, it was gone. It was gone by the time you were around. And we picked up the game and I was so happy and so excited. We got home and I don't think I turned it off for like 12 hours. I mean, I just sat there like for hours and hours and hours. My poor brother too. Can I have a turn? No, I'm playing.
So not only did you deprive him of his Wegos,
Yes.
did you even let him have a turn?
No.
Sam!
I mean, I let him when I was done.
He's been sitting in a corner crying this for 12 hours straight.
He got over it.
It's fine.
It's fine. He got over it. It's fine. I actually played that game so much I could speed run it in like just a couple of hours from like beginning to end. But there was so much in that game that was so almost kind of like modern. I mean, between like the little Easter eggs and finding secret Yoshis and just the way that it was like a continuous story. And even the stupid song got stuck in your head. La, 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 la. And you were like, damn it, I can't get that song out of my head. And I was playing more Yoshi, more Yoshi, more Yoshi. And then they had that like one little like rap song, Yoshi, dun 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 dun, Yoshi. It was like the best game. And I had played that game every single freaking year. I love that game so much, and I'm sure Antonio thought I was going to say Mario 64. So in your face, because I didn't.
Look, Mario 64 has its place, but I'm sorry. Banjo-Kazooie is everything that Mario 64 wishes it could have been.
At least in Mario 64, we don't cook our friends in the beginning of the game.
I've made my feelings on Mario 64 known. It's important for its timing and its impact on the industry.
And
but
again,
today, I'm sorry, Banjo is just everything that it wishes it could have been.
Again, Banjo and Kazooie. Oh, look, I have a friend. Oh, look, we'll barbecue him.
Exactly, that's awesome.
In the first 5 minutes of the game.
And you're talking about Banjo-Tooie.
Whatever. It's still the same crap.
It is. It's so good they did it twice.
Oh, my Lord. I just can't. No, for me, the all-time best game ever is definitely Yoshi's Story. That is just the most heartfelt game for me. It's cute. It's funny. It's fun to play over and over again. I've traumatized my little brother over it. It has all the memories. So yeah, that's Sam's retro list.
Nice. That's very cool. Well, with that big main topic out of the way, how about we bring in a little bonus little segment here? So this time we're going to be transitioning into video games that have been adapted into movies and TV shows. And the ones that we're going to be talking about are the ones that we like the most. So our favorites. Let's start off with Antix here. What video game adaptation have you liked in your life that you've seen?
All right.
For the record, I'm dying to hear this because I tried to guess it last night and could not.
I know. That was very enjoyable to torment you because you will never get it. So, you know me. I like my cute, cuddly platformers, the gameplay over story and everything. That's when it comes to games. For world building and all the history and lore, I definitely enjoy that. But I don't really like associating that with the cute, happy-go-lucky gameplay games. So for story and adaptations into movies and TV shows, I had to go with The Last of Us. That game, like beforehand, I was playing Little Big Planet on PS3. I was playing Jack and Daxter, all of these happy-go-lucky games. And I played Uncharted, and that was, of course, a little bit more serious. And then this game comes out at the end of the PS3 lifespan, where it's the perfect gameplay story of a zombie apocalypse that can actually be realistic in the real world. Cordyceps, which is actually based off a real, actual fungus that infects insects and ants, and infecting humans instead of all these animals, and how the apocalypse would have happened from that stemming and society breaking down. I'm playing that game and I'm absolutely loving the story, but I'm just wishing that it was a movie or a show instead of a gameplay, because the gameplay, as amazing as it is, you're just going from one area, shooting a couple guys, avoiding zombies, moving to the next area, story beat happens. When the show came out, that was the almost perfect representation of what I was wanting from that game. Just a flawless 1-2-3 punch of Joel and Ellie surviving the apocalypse, figuring out how to get across the country in a complete wasteland, and it is just amazing how that story adapted perfectly.
Cool.
Pedro Pascal was so good too.
Yes.
Like at first we saw him and we were all kind of like, I don't know. But then as you watched it, it was like, dang, he really pulled that off. Like he did that so expertly.
Yeah, even I watched it, like, which is
Come on,
weird.
stop playing scary games.
No, I do not. But what I ended up doing was I watched the cinematics that came out of the game as one whole like series on YouTube. And then from after watching that, I then jumped into season 1 of The Last of Us from HBO Max, because at the time, HBO Max had only just recently come to Australia. And this was, one of those type of shows that I could have started watching earlier on an Australian streaming service, but if you know me, I'm not gonna go out of my way to like play horror games. And then I thought, well, if that's a horror game, surely this show is also going to be very horror themed as well, and especially when it's live action. But then everybody was raving about it, and they were saying how good it was. I had lots of friends tell me that just watch a gameplay through of The Last of Us and then see how you feel about it to then jump into the actual live action. And I thought, all right, fine, I'll do it. So I did that, and then I watched the first season of The Last of Us on HBO Max, and I was just floored on how good it was. Yeah, it creeped me out quite a bit. I like watching the actual live action with Pedro and that cast, and the cast did an amazing job, by the way.
For real?
There were also a lot of scenes that I had to cover my eyes for because I just did not want to see some of it. Too gruesome is what it was, to be honest.
You don't like little fungus sticking out of people's mouths?
Oh, that was just gross. Honestly, I was just like, no, I cannot even deal. And especially
Granny
the way
just wanted to make you some cookies.
Especially the way. Oh,
Anyway,
anyway,
poor koala. Koala's like you, and I'm like, more. Yes, chop his head off.
oh man! But I think there was one particular scene that grossed me out the most, and it was one of the characters, the way that they died. Tentacles and bleh in the mouth, and I'm like, no. I looked away immediately. I'm like, I can't. But I still managed to get through it. And then season 2 came out, and I'm like, all right, now I have to keep going. But I went into season 2 blind. I have no idea about the part 2 of the game. I haven't actually gone out of my way to watch the playthrough. Eventually, I'm gonna once we get a date for season 3, I'm gonna go back and actually watch the part 2 playthrough and see how that went, to then jump into season
it
3.
a little bit from the game, and I would say it's not as good as season 1 and the adaptation. But season 1, no matter what, there's a reason that part 1 of that series is universally acclaimed. Season 2, if you love it or hate it, that's entirely up to you. The controversy has gone long enough. Yeah. But there's a reason that when that series came out, it was universally acclaimed.
I think the problem is that the story of the second game, as our good friend Ron would say, was cheeks.
Yeah.
Even though the game itself was good, the story was not. So even adapting it to film wasn't going to make us all love it as much as the original, because we were all, I think, traumatized by the way that they took the second story.
I personally think that they could have just ended the series entirely on the cliffhanger ending that the first game did, to make it completely ambiguous, rather than try to expand and shove it down one path or another, because everyone's going to fight over how the ending, whether it was good or bad.
Yep.
I think personally, like, I enjoy for what it was, what part 2 did, but ending it where it did would have been perfect, and wouldn't have caused all the controversy that it ended up doing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Cool. Were there any other video game adaptations that you really enjoyed?
To be honest, like, video games adapting to movies is ridiculously hard, because you're trying to shove a plot line into 2 hours of story, which straight up impossible. So I would say something that's a bit more generalized, like the Super Mario Bros. Movie, is a lot better of a translation, because it's not adapting any specific game, but it's more like a representation of the series as a whole. Because if you're not into Mario, why the heck are you watching the Mario Bros. Movie, first of all?
Yeah.
And the fact that all the critics were hating on it, like, there's no plot in this story. If you don't understand how Mario works, then why are you watching this movie?
Yeah,
Instead,
exactly.
it is a perfect just kids movie. It's not serious. It's not gonna win awards, but it is just the perfect adaptation of what an animated Mario movie would be. And ironically, had a pretty similar ending to how the original live action one ended up going, which I love that one because of how bad it was as an adaptation. It is so bad it's good. And then the modern one is just the perfect representation of what a Mario movie is.
Yeah. Honestly, I really loved the Super Mario Bros. movie. It was a lot of fun, and we got to see it together in Canada. which was
Forgot
awesome.
that.
Sorry,
Seeing
I'm not
movies-
flying to Australia or Canada to
No.
watch the second one.
The
No,
next best
you're
thing.
flying to Germany.
No. Travel costs a little too much right now.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that movie was just full of joy and heart, and it was just a fun time, honestly. It was just a popcorn movie, and I loved it for that reason alone. Like, it didn't really have to have much of a substance or a plot, to be honest. If you're a fan of the Mario games, you've played them from your youth, you're gonna have fun. Just enjoy it as it is. Like, it's a throwback. It's a love letter to the games, and it doesn't necessarily have to make sense because it's a kids film.
I need a dramatic plot that changes my life, gives me a morality about the good and evil of mankind by Mario swinging Bowser around by the tushy.
But I'm also looking forward to the sequel of the movie where they go to the galaxy.
Rosalina, Bowser Jr., yes!
Yes, so that's going to be good fun as well. I'm really looking forward to that too. Alrighty, well, Daniel, what video game adaptations have you seen?
Well, we already mentioned The Last of Us, which was awesome. Although I did have to get used to how different the actors look, which of course was a big discussion way back when. But the actors themselves did a really great job. But I actually also fell off season 2. I started with it, and then they took it away because we didn't have access to it anymore. And then I wanted to get it somewhere else, and then I was like, meh.
Okay.
Because the first season was really, really great. The only thing that bothered me was I was also like one of the first ones to play it on the PlayStation 3, literally on launch day. And I don't know if people remember, but they had so many people play it, and they had a stupid idea to like match your high score for each level with an online server. That the whole thing like crashed. And my first 3-4 hours of gameplay, my saved game was not saved.
No.
But it was so at first I was upset, but the game drew me in so much that I was like, I actually don't care. I play it again.
Wow, okay.
And thankfully then it saved then. The big storm was over of people logging in. And that was very enjoyable. And yeah, been hooked since ever then and glad to see. But the problem for me was you knew everything that was going to happen in the live action show. They were going around the corner and I'm like going to Sam like, guess what's going to happen next? You're going to have to see this one. And exactly the same thing happened. So as good as Faithful is, you also, if you know the story, it can be like a little bit, well, I know what's going to happen. But yeah, that's a good show. And I do want to finish season 2, definitely, when I get a chance. But looking at adaptations that most surprised me, you wouldn't guess, is Twisted Metal.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, because I did not play Twisted Metal way back when. I have it on PlayStation Plus, and when I rebought a PlayStation 3 a couple of years ago, I downloaded all the PS3 games that I still had digitally from having PS Plus. And I played Twisted Metal, and you know, it has like, where's the story? There's barely any story. You race your car, and you try to kill each other with ridiculous guns and car creations, and just for the fun of it. So when they announced there was going to be a TV adaptation, I was like, out of what? Out of cars racing and shooting. But especially in season 1, they really, it was a big surprise, managed to pull off a storyline that was really interesting. And season 2 actually is funny. Season 2 goes more back to the game, aka more action, less real, like more story. So I found that a little bit weaker, although more, I guess, in the sense of the game. But on a whole, they really did a good adaptation of it.
Okay.
So yeah, that was surprising.
Isn't that
Nice.
Anthony Mackie?
Yes. Yes.
Love Anthony Mackie.
He's actually funny in it. That was important, which also got lost a little bit in season 2. Was in season 1, they also were always a little funny. They didn't take themselves like too serious, and I like that. That's always funny, little comedic relief.
Yeah, it's good when movies and shows do that, when they know that they don't need to take themselves too seriously and they can just have fun with it. Usually it turns out a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't have it, then you're just kind of like slogging along. So you need that little bit of like, haha, and I
Yes.
can't believe that happened.
Yep.
I like that. Thanks, Daniel. Sam, what are some video game adaptations that you love?
So everybody knows what I'm going to say. This was already predicted for the last week. Okay. Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
I love you, but hate you for that.
Listen, I know, okay, it was not a blockbuster mega hit, okay? But it's a cult fan favorite, all right? And I am sorry, but that movie is one of my favorite all-time movies on the planet, next to Jurassic Park. It is just funny. It is fun. It has a lot. They actually put a lot of effort into it. I mean, just even Goro with all his arms and everything, he looks so real. He's actually very realistic looking, as opposed to the CGI crap that they tried to pull off a couple of years ago, where he looks like a clay toy. It is just an awesome movie. Okay. And there's so many memorable lines, like those were $500 sunglasses, asshole. I mean, come on. It's just a good film. All right.
And just for clarification,
yes.
What year Mortal Kombat are you talking about?
This is very important.
95? 94? 94,
It was the
95?
90s, yeah.
I think it's like 95 or 94.
Okay, because the moment you said that the crap from the CG in the few years ago one, I'm like, okay,
No,
she's
that
not
was
talking
the last
about that
crap.
one.
No.
Because honestly,
that
that's
was
the
the
one
last
I
crap.
thought you
That
were
is
talking about.
obviously the one that Sam's been talking about. That was a glorious,
Oh my God.
absolutely flawless movie.
That last one was a glorious exercise in world's worst CGI performance ever.
Hollywood worked very hard on that film, Sam.
You know, there's
The
a sequel
only good-
coming.
The only good part about that last movie was when Kung Lao takes his hat off and slices the dude in half. Other than that, there was no other good scenes in that film.
I just thought that they actually included finish him.
Finish him.
He looks at that and says, "This is the perfect representation of a video game movie. If you don't like it, go elsewhere."
No, and also too, like all the actors in the first one. Come on, Christopher Lambert as Raiden. He was awesome. Okay? And the guy that got to play Liu Kang, amazing. It was just I'm sorry. I literally would jump off of my coffee table and be like, "Hiya!" Get over here. And you can't see me now, but I'm doing a little hand motion. Get over here. Like, it was just, I loved that movie. I have the song on my library playlist, so I can just jump around and do random karate kicks that make no sense.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Digital needs to watch out every time he walks around the house.
Watch out, roundhouse. Okay. No, that movie was just, for me, the best movie adaptation of a game. And not a lot of people agree with this, but I think it was. So I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
Aside from that, I also did love the Super Mario Brothers movie. And I did love how Peach in that movie wasn't a beep, and that she actually kicked ass and didn't sit there and let herself be kidnapped like she usually does.
She wasn't a damsel in distress.
Yes.
Yeah, they let Luigi take that role instead.
Yeah, that's his role. That's what he does.
He at least catches ghosts in the games. He does something. He just sat there in a cage.
There were no ghosts to catch. When there's
There's
ghosts to catch,
King David
try
with
to
the
do
wedding.
a vacuum.
No, that'll be the third movie coming.
Yeah, that'll be the third movie.
After Galaxy.
Give him
Daisy
a
comes
back-
up and saves Luigi.
Yeah.
They'll give him a vacuum vent. It'll be fine. But right now he has no vacuum. What's going to suck?
Well, they haven't shoved it again into the series yet, which I want to see that abomination. That's going to be glorious.
Suki. No, I mean, for me, those are probably my two favorites out of everything. I also did like The Last of Us. I didn't necessarily love The Last of Us, but I definitely liked The Last of Us. I thought it was a really good film, TV show. I thought it was really interesting and really different. I'm hoping that we'll talk about this again in a year, and maybe there'll be a Gears of War adaptation that we can talk about.
That turns out to be the quality of the Halo show. I'm going to jump out of the window.
Get your popcorn. That's going to be glorious to watch. And totally not horrific.
As long as it's better than Doom, it has done something. Okay,
That is not, we need to get the bar higher, not lower.
Oh boy. Well, let me just go off what you were talking about with Mortal Kombat and say the 2021 Mortal Kombat I did enjoy.
Oh no.
I enjoyed it. Because I've not seen any other Mortal Kombat movies, okay? It was the first one for me.
That was fun.
That was the first one I've seen. I feel like I watched a YouTube mini series of Mortal Kombat that was a thing at some point, but it never it never finished. I feel like they just stopped making them halfway through, and I was a bit disappointed because it was like telling, it was giving you like a little bit of backstory for each character in the lead up to what was gonna happen at the end, which was gonna be the tournament, but it just never got to that point. You only got to see a few characters and their backstories, and then that was it. So I was a bit disappointed when I found that out. But yeah, I didn't mind the most recent Mortal Kombat movie. You know, it was just some dumb fun popcorn movie. Leave your brain at the door kind of a thing.
And then you'll understand.
I don't know where to access that movie. All right.
I'm sure it's on one of the streaming platforms. Trust me, it's there. It's
all right. I will look into it.
I think the biggest problem with the last ones was that with the recent games, they actually introduced a lot more story. And in the games, the story was actually very compelling. They actually went back into the lore of the characters and developing the relationships, let's say, between Scorpion and Freeze, and how they came to be warring clans and why they had a vendetta. So fast forward now to the new movies. Okay, you have a story. You have something to work with. What the is this? Like, wait a minute. You have you have a story. It's written for you. It's compelling. It's interesting. And what the am I looking at? What is it? What are you? Is that your idea of CGI? Did you fall on your head?
Sam, all I'm going to say is when the director of some of these shows say, I've never played the series before, that is your warning to get out now.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, I think you could say the same about The Witcher. Like, at first, the first few seasons of The Witcher were awesome. And then the writer of The Witcher was like, I don't like the original story. I have a better idea.
Oh,
and
no.
Then, yeah, and then...
Fan fiction inserts.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
right downhill. Like, the first couple seasons of The Witcher, it was like, oh my God, Henry Cavill, you are perfect. This is perfect. I love you. But then, I don't know. The writer was like, nah, I could do better. And it just went straight to hell. And now it's not even Henry Cavill anymore because he was like, I want the original story. So now you have Liam Hemsworth, and it's kind of like, you're Witcher Light.
A Witcher Light? No, not a
It's
Witcher
like going
Light.
from getting like full sugar Coca-Cola to getting diet soda. It's just so disappointing.
Oh, my poor Australian boy is being slandered right here.
Don't worry, Sam. They have Witcher 4 coming up, so they can ruin that one too.
We got one better. He's
Oh.
Timo Witcher.
He's
Timo
Timo Witcher.
Oh my
Don't
Yes.
do Liam like that. No.
Witcher. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, Chris Hemsworth is a better Hemsworth anyway. All right, let's just be real.
Hey, Liam is a great actor. All right.
If you when you watch The Witcher, you let me know if your opinion still stands.
I haven't watched The Witcher, so I wouldn't know.
Paul, have you played the Witcher games?
No, I have
Because
not.
I'm not even sure if it's not an. Oh my god, I'm not even sure if it's not an insult to call him Timo. To Timo.
Anyway, Mortal Kombat was fun. Another game that I played back in the day, like a little bit of, on my PlayStation, and I kind of liked it. And then years later, a movie was adapted from it. And a lot of people didn't like it, but I loved it. I fell in love with it so much that I wanted to get the replica swords and daggers that came out of it. And this is Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The Disney produced one from 2010.
It wasn't really that bad.
I really liked it. I like, man, I don't know how long ago, but there was a point where I really wanted to cosplay as the princess. Was it Tamina?
Mm-hmm.
The one that was actually looking after the sands of time. That movie was just so cool. I really enjoyed it. The action was really awesome. And it just had a really interesting story. And it's the reason why I really fell in love with it. So, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. I know a lot of people out there are probably like, no, that is such a crap. I've heard so many mixed emotions, mixed reviews about this particular movie by a lot of people. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great. So good.
I actually thought it was rather cute. I did not think they did such a bad job with that.
I'm pretty sure I have the Blu-ray to this movie.
There's a lot worse out there. That's really one of
A lot
the decent
worse.
ones. Yeah.
So I say Jake Gyllenhaal did a great job. So
Yeah.
as Destin. But yeah, I kind of want to do a rewatch of that movie. It's been so long since I last watched it. I really want to go back and watch it again.
No, that one's a pretty decent one. I mean, look at the other ones. They like Assassin's Creed. Oh, and then
Wait,
Hitman.
no, stop. Hold on. That's the next movie I was going to mention.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Denied.
Denied.
I might
Go
well,
You just hold a pin in Paul's balloon, and she is deflating.
Okay, wait, hold on. We'll rewind time. We'll do a Back to the Future thing. Now go ahead and tell us how much you love it so we can tell you how much we hated it.
We're doing a Sands of Time.
Sands of Time moment.
Yes.
Oh, no. I don't know if I want to talk about it now.
Insert time sound effects here.
Flush.
Yes, I am that person who likes the Assassin's Creed movie. Okay, it was
Tell us
good.
why.
I liked it. Like, it was so much fun. I've probably played a little bit of the games, not much. But even though I'm not a huge even though I'm not the type of person to go out of my way to play the games itself, I like the lore behind it and the way that the story is told. I felt like this movie was a good version of, I don't know. I haven't played enough Assassin's Creed games to even say that, but I enjoyed the movie as it is. Michael Fassbender was actually pretty cool. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. The amount of people who have said how much they hate it and how bad it was, and I'm like, but it was still a good action movie.
That's okay, Koala. That makes 11 of you who like the movie.
There are
We
dozens
forgive
of
you,
us,
Koala.
okay? Dozens.
Everyone's allowed to have their bad movie favorites. It's okay. We forgive you.
But I don't consider it a bad movie.
Hey, look,
And we forgive you for that.
some people really like human lamps. I mean, plugging him in, unplugging him. That's sometimes fascinating.
I'm sorry, what?
That dude was like a human lamp. They just plugged him in, unplugged him out. They were just...
I'm going to cop a lot of flack from a lot of people after they listen to this episode. I'm sure of it. Absolutely sure
I'm
of
going to get
it.
it for Mortal Kombat, and you're going to get it for Assassin's Creed.
No, I'm going to get it for all of my choices. I'm going to be the one that's getting all of the bullets shot at.
Blame Julia.
They're all going to be labeled me. All those bullets will have my name on it. We're like,
Right in all
Fulia,
the
Fulia,
comments
Fulia.
down below of the podcast. Are you kidding me? What's wrong with the koala?
no,
The koala
no,
didn't-
we
the
don't
koala
need that
ate
negativity.
eucalyptus.
We don't need that negativity here, no. Oh boy. Well, that was a fun ride. Thank you everybody for joining us on this episode of Quality Couch Antics. Let us know your thoughts on the topics we discussed. What were your retro games that you grew up with? And what game adaptations that you've liked so far from recent years or even in the past? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the Spotify comments as well. You can do that. And we'll read them out on the show. So thank you. And that is it. Thank you, everybody, for listening. You can find this show, Quality Couch Antics, on all of your podcasting services of choice. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and hopefully we'll have it spread everywhere else as well. We're still in the middle of trying to get things sort of going. So please forgive us if it's not on your podcast service. Please let us know, and then we'll look into it so that we can have it shared out for you all. And yeah, that's it. All right. Antics, where can people find you on the internet?
Well, you can find me at BlameAntix on all of your regularly scheduled social media platforms: X, Blue Sky, Discord, all the platforms.
Cool. And Sam and Daniel, where can people find you guys?
You can find us on YouTube, which the podcast is also on. You can find us on Blue Sky and Instagram, and feel free to join the Discord for either SamDansCouch or Foolish Fuji or BlameAntix, where you can pick up more information on podcasts in the future.
Awesome. And you can find me at Foolish Fuji on Blue Sky and Instagram. And for all the other stuff that I do, you can head on over to foolishfuji.com. And yeah, like Sam said, you can join us in our various Discord servers. We are humble, we are fun, we are cozy, and yeah, it's good fun hanging out. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next month. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Do. Welcome to Quality Couch Antics. Do. Quality Couch Antics, a pop culture podcast.